All right, as promised, my testimony is here. But before we start, I know the routine. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. Have any suggestions of any sort? Leave it in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get into it. Where do I even start with this? Should I take y'all to the personal side, or just, ease back a little bit? You know what? We're gonna get a little personal. So grab your tissues, grab what you need to grab, because you might wipe your tears for this one. When I was younger, I'm gonna keep it very vague with this part because I moved past it, so just whatever at that point. When I was younger, a person who I knew, how would I say it, took advantage of me, pretty much. Didn't really know what was going on, what was happening, but it happened. I thought it was my fault. I thought it was something that I did, that I was being punished for or whatever. So didn't really know how to deal with it. Thank God I got out of it. Thought, things would be much better. Kind of went downhill from there. From that experience, not experienced. I got introduced to the adult films in church, not by anybody. Let's just clarify that. I stumbled upon it in church and thought it was intriguing, because that was around the time where I just hit puberty and whatnot. So I was just like, oh, what is this? Didn't know what that just opened. It was like a Pandora's box. You didn't know what was about to happen with that one. So got introduced to that, and then started watching a lot of things that I wasn't supposed to. Got extreme. I think this was the height, like the pinnacle of the problem when I started. I was young, all right. Shush, don't don't judge me. But knew I had a problem when I started using people's cards to purchase. Thank God it wasn't an absurd amount, but it was, a couple trials. Forgot that you have to kind of cancel trials. So yeah, that happened. They're all canceled if that's what you're asking. So struggle with that pretty much, I would say, from puberty till high school. Yeah, from puberty to high school. And I wasn't buying anything anymore, but it was just the actions that I would do was kind of, what I say, I don't know, just a lot of things happen. I lost my V card, by middle school. Um, High school, I was in no hoe. Keep this in mind. Was in no hoe. They were all significant other at that point in time. Remember that. I probably had, I don't remember, but I think it was like 3, 4. Yeah, 3 or 4 people that no, experimented with. And no, it didn't really dawn on me of what was happening until junior year of high school, because freshman and sophomore year I really didn't, I didn't care. It was just like, no, they're my girlfriends. What harm is done with that? Didn't really know anything. I went to church all through my life, but yeah, sidetrack. I went to church all throughout my life. I think I got baptized around the teen-ish years, probably. I don't know. I think it was like 14, maybe 15, maybe even 16. One of those ages. But yeah. Around then, didn't really know much about the Bible, so that's mostly why I didn't really care, because I didn't really know. So fast forward, junior year, it was this toxic relationship. Did I ever do a story time on this one? I think I did. If I didn't, it will in the near future. But it was this toxic relationship. Very briefly, I'm not gonna speak about that. That's a whole new video if it's not already one. But yeah, it was a toxic relationship. We met at a basketball game, and she chased me around the school because she wanted to wear my hat. And then after that day, it was pretty hard trying to contact her because didn't know who the hell she was. But yeah, got in touch with I ain't used my old friend, but shorty was caught in crossfire, let's just say that. Asked her what's her information, exchange information. Fast forward, got into a relationship just like that. Stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of crying, a lot of heartbreaks. She's crazy, so I'm not gonna keep that. And yeah, I just kind of fell into a whole new problem with I'm trying to keep it as vague as possible because I already know what the heck I'm talking about. But I fell into that problem with her and stuff. Around then talking about the future was not something that I like doing at all. Keep that in mind. Didn't like doing that whatsoever. She would always talk about the future, kids, getting married. I was like, whoa there, cowgirl. Like, calm down. So, got out of that situation. Many more crazy situations after that. And it was me and her, we broke it off at around 2019. And yeah, I think that was probably the last time we ever formally spoke. And around then I was still like, that's when I started to feel most guilty for, about everything. So around then, didn't really know what's happening. I just always felt guilty after I did it. And it was the ending of 20. Was it? No, it was the ending of 2019. I got into a new relationship. It was pretty interesting. That's the best way I can describe it. Throughout that whole relationship, I was just like, I'm not really feeling it. Like, circumstances was weird. Once again, she's talking about future. Didn't introduce me to what you would call it parents. Said I had to wait a whole year for that, which is kind of retarded, but hey, do you, boo boo, I guess. So I hit it with the manual special. Wrote up a little paragraph, waited till 4 or 5ish a.m. Then I sent it, act like I don't know what you talk about the next day. So that happened. Yeah, I did that a lot, by the way, because I don't like confrontation. So did that a lot. I think that was my last relationship. And then after that, it was around the summer where I first, I just wanted answers. Didn't really pray, didn't really ask God, didn't really talk to God, didn't really spend time with God, didn't really do anything revolving God to any capacity. All I did, go to church, sleep through the sermon, go to youth ministry, most likely sleep through that, go to choir. That's it. So it's pretty much the only things that I really did. And I remember we was in a lockdown. And I was just like, you know what? I just feel like I need answers. So I just started praying. And shortly enough, God with his quick self, my sister, she sent me a link to a sermon by what's his face, Michael Todd. I know many of y'all don't like Michael Todd. That's tough, but hey, I like him because we have the same stories. So, well, same background at least. And I was just like, okay, I don't really know what this is about to be, but I remember the first one, it was during relationship goals, and I didn't really get much from it. So I was just like, okay, next week send me another link, and this one was about the compromise of porn. Yeah, I said the P word. What you gonna do? You gonna fight me? Stop playing. And I remember in that sermon, he was literally breaking down everything that I felt, everything that I went through, everything that was happening, shared his own story. And one of the greatest illustrations that anybody has ever shown me. And pretty much said, just surrender. I'm letting all this stuff, be filled up inside of me, and not going to the person that can take it all away. And I was just like, that is so true. And literally after that sermon, that was the start. A radical change in my life. Lost friends. I mean, it's kind of expected at this point. Lost friends, lost people that I grew up with, lost a lot. But once you start growing in your faith, you just kind of know when to just break stuff off. And that happened, and I was just like, relationships, that was like the second most important thing that I wanted. Because I always had broken relationships, always had to be a therapist to people. And when I mean therapist, I mean 9 to 5. There was not a single day where there wasn't a problem. Like, I was just tired of that. So I was like, yes, Lord, I will always, help people, but at this magnitude, I'm not even getting paid for this. Like, compensation at least? Like, you come to me with like 5 different problems every day. Talk about I can see you next month. Nah, fly your funky self. Fly yourself down here, like, you bugging. So, first I asked God, to just start revealing things to me. He revealed so much, so many things. And I remember, that's when I started to feel very, very lonely, because keep in mind, I like to be with people. Go figure. I don't really like people, but I love y'all at the same time. It's weird. Don't question me on it. But what the hell am I talking about again? Oh yeah, relationships. So, I asked God, just give me a relationship, stuff like that. First time I met somebody, yeah, she tried to trap me. She tried to guilt trip me. Long story short, she had some issues in that general area. Starts with an S, ends with a D. You can fill in the blank. And she tried to guilt trip me, talking about don't I deserve love as well. I was just like, you do, it's just not with me. And kind of had to hit it with a quick airplane mode, quote unquote. My phone died, and I had to block her, because that was crazy. That situation was crazy. I had to get out of that one. So after that, I was just like, you know what, Lord, relationships, it's your call. I don't care what it is. Give me somebody who you feel like is perfect for me. It's like, at that point, I literally gave up on looking by myself. I was like, you know what, Lord, you can have it. I was like, I trust you. You know what's best for me. So give me somebody who, is perfect for me. And I would not know this, but I'm revealing who Chicken Nugget is. Chicken Nugget is my girlfriend. Who is she? That's none of your business. But what I can tell you, we actually met earlier last year. Earlier last year, within like the beginning ish. We talked for like an hour or two, and then we literally, something happened and I lost the whole conversation. Let me tell you how God worked. Right after I said that prayer, I think it was literally a couple days later, I found her again. Found her. Literally, I was scouring the earth for her. I ain't gonna lie for you. It's the only time y'all gonna know that I ever simped. Shut up. You simped for somebody before. But I was searching for her, feel me? And I found her. She my chicken nugget now, so what you expect? And it was just really crazy because I was thinking, I was like this doesn't happen. Once somebody, skedaddles, it's a wrap. Feel me? I was like, all right, she didn't want nothing to do with me. Met her again. She wasn't jacking the kid, but she's jacking the kid now. We started getting closer, started talking more. It was actually revealed. Let me show you how God worked. You remember the radical change I was talking about, during the summer? Around the same time, she had the same radical change. Remember that same prayer that I spoke, leaving my relationship in her hands? In the same week, she had the same prayer. And guess what? You remember my background and my testimony about the same goddamn thing. Look, when I tell you this girl, I'm this, she's this. She's like the other half of me. Like, it's so crazy. And like, ever since then, I knew ain't no going back. ain't no going back relationship wise, ain't no going back life wise. Ever since then, been a whole new person. But that is my long testimony. I will go deeper, but my camera is about to run out of recording time. So if y'all want me to keep going with my testimony, I'm gonna leave it as part one. But if y'all want me to keep going, I will. So that's my backstory. That's my testimony, at least part of it. And that's why we'll stop here for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you scroll down, leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on the post notifications. And as always, stay safe. Stay corona free. Love each other. Love every single person that you encounter, no matter what. And as always, and most importantly, enjoy life.
Within my lifetime, my light shine bright. Protect your energy from poison when a python strike. Our first mistake was doing robberies on